has the most car thefts of any major city just last year, and it's only getting worse.
Last time we filmed with you, right after the video got posted, Dan's dealership got hit.
They stole our Z01 Camaro, our white Hellcat, and our Z06 Corvette.
Were you behind that? Like, do you think there is a federal task force looking for you?
I'm sure they're looking at this. I'm ready to give you delivery, sir.
Is it fair to say that you are officially on the run?
Oh yeah, for sure. Wanted in like 5 or 6 different states.
I instantly shoot 3 people in front of the clubhouse. That's what's a lot. Not only physically, but like emotionally, like myself. This has taken its toll on me.
About a year and a half ago, I launched a video documenting a man we'll call Felix, and he happens to be one of America's most prolific car thieves. Almost 10 million of you tuned into that episode, and many of you fell in love with Felix because of his hilarious one-liners and his contagious personality.
This is what I carry for fun, just in case I come across a Hellcat. Or is that a Sky over there?
Yep.
Yeah, see? I would not be deterred by the daylight one bit. I would take that broad day.
You would take something from this dealership in broad daylight?
100%. Especially respectfully after meeting their employees, I know they're not going to chase me. They're not going to even try to stop me.
In that episode, he even flirted with the idea of quitting his criminal career and going legal by becoming a security consultant to car dealership owners like this guy, Dan.
Get brick house security boxes that are magnetic that stick to the underside of the car, or low jack that's hardwired into the vehicle. And make sure when they install it, they put it somewhere that's not immediately underneath the steering wheel, because that's the first place anybody's going to check.
But then he went ghost. I couldn't reach him for months until one day he reached back out to tell me 2 things. Number 1, that he was in too deep to quit and that he was wanted for felonies in states all around the country, and he felt his only choice was to double down on his life of crime. And number 2, he wanted to make a follow-up documentary to his first piece so he could provide a cautionary tale for the youth and tell more of his story. Folks, this is an intimate look at the highs and lows that come with the lifestyle of being a super criminal. And today, we embark on a risky endeavor that involves sitting front row in the business of stolen cars, seeing into an international crime ring, and documenting a guy that at any moment may need to leave the interview in a high-speed chase. Folks, this is America's Most Wanted Car Thief, Part 2. Your discretion is advised. Quick announcement, just launched and restocked a few different shirts on the site. We have this lifting tee, Big Dog's Gotta Eat. We got the long sleeve and a short sleeve version. We have the tried and true classics of these sweatshirts. A lot of the items are going quick off the site and selling out. I appreciate the support. If you'd like to get some items for yourself, TommyGMcGee.com. Thank you, and to the video.
124 here, he's calculated we might need another vehicle.
We're meeting up with an old friend of the channel, Felix the car thief.
Oh, see, this is all money to me. You see all the trucks? That's all money.
This is it. And he said he wants to do a part 2. He said there's a lot of things weighing on him. He feels like the walls are closing in. There's some things he wants to get off his chest, and also wants to show us what he's been up to in the last few months since we've talked to him. You know, at one point he was ready to give up this life and kind of be a consultant and go into the right side of the business where you can actually make money in a way that you don't have to be arrested. But for whatever reason, this lifestyle just keeps sucking him in, and he's dug himself a pretty deep hole. So anyways, we'll pull up to this parking garage and we'll touch base with Felix and see what he's up to.
Areas like downtown, LA, Chinatown, and Little Tokyo have seen a 300% spike in theft since 2013.
All right, boys, 6th floor. Let's see if you can.
Oh, yep.
This motherfucker, dude.
Yep, there's a Range Rover right over there.
Good to see you again.
These are my 2 prizes I wanted to show you. This is my Bentley and then my Range Rover.
When did you pick this up?
Like 4 days ago. I got this inside job. Somebody gave me this extra key for this car.
It's like a dealership?
Somebody resold it to somebody else and then gave me the extra key. This was a legal car, so somebody bought this car from somebody thinking they were buying a car, and I had the extra key. And then this is my Range Rover. It's a P530 autobiography. It's impressive to some people, but it's like a regular car to me, you know.
You have a handicap sticker?
Yeah, so I can park my strikers anyway. This is a reroute job, so I got this off of I paid the truck driver to reroute it. My mirror's fucked up, courtesy of LAPD. They smacked my shit.
You had a close call?
Yeah, they tried to catch me over in the hood. So that's why I wasn't going over where you guys were at, because I was just running from them in this car.
How long ago did this happen?
Like, less than 48 hours ago.
So tell me about the process of getting this from a truck driver.
So basically I have a Russian guy who goes into the dispatch and changes the delivery address and changes it to me. And so I pulled up on the truck driver, handed him $1,000 and walked away with the car. We got the Vermont right here.
How do you get all these?
Actually, you want to know where I'm buying these? Hollywood Boulevard for $11 each. And they work. I've been using them for like 4 months, no problem.
Last time we filmed with you, right after the video got posted, Dan's dealership got hit. People want to know, were you behind them?
No, not at all.
This is why you don't make viral YouTube videos and talking about stealing cars.
I would never hit his spot. I know the kids who did it, but like you can't control people. Like, you know, they saw the vulnerabilities I did and wanted to make some money, and it was that easy for them.
So when we've talked last time, you said walls are closing in, 30 years, that's a fair deal.
Yeah, I still feel the same way. Of course, I don't want that. Like, I'm gonna try my best to stay ahead and just get away and just see some sunshine. I think that's why I'm going so hard in LA and trying to stack up as much money as possible and figure out what my game plan is. It's really kind of like a pain in the ass to do these foreign cars, but it's the same thing. A box with cables that you unplug, and then the car is yours.
This is real life Grand Theft Auto. Like, this is such another level of society that the average person will never see, experience. It makes me laugh a little bit because it almost seems so absurd. But I know that this is somebody's car that they worked hard for, that right now they're going through a lot of rigmarole, insurance, and even a rich guy now can't take his kid to soccer practice. Like, it's gonna be something, it's gonna be a drag on the family.
He wants to be known as a parking brake. It makes life harder for you because now they're on it. So any car you're in, they're gonna harass you. They're gonna want to think it's stolen, you know?
I'm probably right.
Yeah, they're probably right for sure. But
How much would you say you made in the last month?
probably the last month. Last month's been good, so probably did like 40, 50K.
40, 50K?
Yeah.
How much of that profit?
The majority of it.
Because there is no overhead or
No, this
upfront cost when you're taking someone's shit.
Yeah, like except like paying the driver maybe.
Last time we talked to you, you said you were going to show me a map of keys around the world.
Yeah. So like, that's my SS ambassador. That's in Iraq somewhere. And these are my tags, obviously, because I had to put these in the car for it to work. There's a Honda that's in the Northeast. They took this car back from me, but I saw the trucker in it. And then here's another one in Iraq, TRX I sold. That actually belonged to Deshaun Nix, the Wolverines, Timberwolves, whatever, from Minnesota.
You guys took his car?
Yeah, shout out that guy. We took his TRX and sent it to Iraq.
What's the economics of a stolen car to Africa? How much are people getting paid along the way?
For somebody like me, probably like, I would say a Honda's worth like 3K to me. And then to the Africans, it's probably worth like 30, 40,000. They're making more money.
Of course. A Honda's worth 30 to 40?
Yeah, because they're getting, you gotta think, when a car goes to Ghana, it doesn't matter if it's stolen or not. It's in Ghana. Nobody gives a shit.
But why are they paying so much more?
Because there's duties and import fees and everything, so they're usually charging like 125 MSRP.
What have you gone through emotionally in the last few months?
A lot of shit, man. It's been a roller coaster, bro. Like, I've done a lot of crashing now, a lot of bullshit that I shouldn't have been doing. Fell in love a couple times, you know, a bunch of life drama. But at the end of it, I still have my cars, you know?
I mean, last time we talked, it felt like you were an inch away from turning this all in and making your own business.
Yeah. To now being in like a complete downward spiral of this.
You dug yourself a deeper hole now.
Yeah.
Who is after you right now, do you think?
Oh, I know I got warrants in a couple states.
Like, do you think there is a federal task force looking for you?
I'm sure they're looking at this shit for sure. So this job is different. Like, we basically went and got the car for the guy. He set up the place, so we're only charging him 15 grand. Look it. So you see, you know I play no games, sir. Here you go. See? Everything's there. I'm ready to give you delivery, sir. See you in about 10 minutes. Dude's gonna come pick it up, but I'm gonna meet him at the storage unit. Just drop it off, so you can take another shit to the Yeah.
For this sale, the plan was simple. They were going to drop the Bentley off in a storage unit and meet the buyer nearby. In Felix's last episode, he shows us how he steals the cars, and now he's going to be showing us how the car gets sold.
Let me get that phone.
As we were leaving the parking garage, it appeared Felix and his partner were having issues paying for parking, which struck me as odd seeing as they had expensive designer clothes on. Felix was going to be sitting on the sidelines for this deal and let his partner handle the business, so I had him jump in the back seat so he could give us a play-by-play of what was going down.
This dude is so worried that I'm gonna come back and take this car. He's telling him to unplug the battery. Like, this dude doesn't even understand that I can't take this car without the key. But he's that scared of me, bro.
That's something you ever do?
Oh, yeah. Depends. It's assholes, yeah. Like, this guy's an asshole, bro. If you met him, he's not the type of person who will donate money to help kids.
Are you?
Yeah, I would. I'd help the kids. I help the junkies all the time.
So sometimes you'll double dip on a deal by good cop, bad cop, he sells the car and then you rob him?
I'd rob him and take the car back, yeah. Like, if I had a second key for this car right now, I'd take it back. I mean, what are they gonna do, call the police? Yeah, just leave the lights on. Okay. Yeah, I see you. Alright, I'm gonna do this and then talk to you in a bit.
This feels like a Grand Theft Auto video game
Is there guys out there on the phone? Next to the unit? No. No? It looked like it was there, that's why. My mama couldn't find me right now. Yeah, that's all good. We'll be able to see you the second you walk out of there. So you're good. Alright. Sexy. Now we have to separate because I gotta go collect your bread and remember they think you're not here. Alright, see you guys in a second.
After placing the Bentley in a storage garage, Felix's partner made his way to a parking lot of a local business to finalize this transaction. We were attempting to get closer and try and see it go down firsthand, but also balancing that with trying not to be seen. Here's what happened.
He's gonna be in a gray Tahoe. They said they're right in front of the AutoZone. Remember, their biggest fear is not journalists or nothing. Their biggest fear is living in me. Because he thinks I'm like that crazy, I'm gonna hop out on him about that. That way, just see me too. Be careful, don't see it.
Should I go?
Have you seen this car?
That guy, he's actually more than just a buyer. Like, he's the one who set up the play. He's the one who gave us the key and put the tracker in the car. That was his car. He sold to another person. And then, you know, just basically with the third key, I showed up and took it. So he got his cake and he could eat it too.
This guy's a wealthy businessman.
Man, this guy got a lot of money. I'm telling you, I robbed him for almost $30,000 and he's still over here doing more business. So he's obviously, his pockets aren't hurting. I just know he pays, you know. But sometimes not all money is good money, you know. I've learned that, especially in this business, bro. That's why I wasn't willing to like sacrifice my morals to take that dude's money.
What?
You want a souvenir?
No, I'm good. Actually, here, let me.
Yeah, it's legit, bro. I ain't do nothing wrong with it. They used to take the battery off. Just throw it on the ground. What a crack that man. That's how we pick it up and sell it to somebody for $10.
What do we got going on here?
Payday. Payday. After that.
That's real dough?
Real. Man, do you want us to show you this will probably pay somebody's different serial numbers. I don't know, their kids go to school.
So what was the economics of this deal?
I mean, shit. $12,000 profit.
So you guys split 50-50 partners on this.
Yeah, okay, it's me and him. When you think about it, this is 5K one day, multiply this by 30. How much money a person could potentially make at this? But you gotta understand there's a lot of risk. A lot of people, 75% of the people in this type of business get caught or get knocked off.
And what makes you guys different?
I don't know. What makes us different? We're just good.
I'd be scared, nigga. A scary nigga always gonna survive in certain situations because you're gonna think twice, sometimes you might think 3 times. That's literally it.
I always go with the mindset of like just trying to be like focused and on point. I think that's the same thing now, like not having a lot of distractions in life.
I might not be able to call my daughter tomorrow. And so then it's like, fuck it, I'm sitting my ass down in the house. But then the next day after that, I'm like, fuck it. Touching all this shit. Taking everything. Everything must go.
So some people say, yeah, you're humans too, but some people are like, these guys sociopaths.
Is Donald Trump a sociopath? Is Donald Trump psychotic?
I would say if it was something like where I was actually hurting somebody, like somebody was actually getting a gun put to them, then yeah, maybe I'd feel some type of way. But this is all non-violent property crime.
You guys both have young daughters.
Yeah.
So do you think when they grow up and they're starting to get jobs of their own, you'll be able to look them in the eye and say, yep, this is what your dad does?
Man, if I do this shit right, my daughter shouldn't need no motherfucking job. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Would you guys actually save your money? I see you're spending on expensive outfits.
I learned to save from him. He lives by the 80%, 20% rule. He spends 20% and fucks around and saves 80%.
That's a good rule.
That's what I started doing too.
There's people that do this shit for fun, and there's people that do that shit because they gotta get money. There's no other way out. Like,
How much do you think you genuinely made this month?
This March was kind of slow, 11,000. But like if you go to January, which was like a good month for me, I was pretty
you fucking Cash App too.
That's January.
39,000.
Yeah. And this is, you gotta account, Cash App's only probably like 25% of my income. Most of it's cash like you see right now. This money's never gonna hit Cash App. So if that's how much I put in, I can't tell you. I need an accountant to tell you. I'm not greedy with my money. I look out for people. I see a homeless guy on the street, I give him $100. We just gave the Uber guy $100 to drive him in 5 minutes.
All right, we have our own mission to hit. We're gonna link up with these guys in a little while. Until then. After a few months back in Milwaukee, we returned to Los Angeles to resume filming. During the time that had passed, Felix told me that his partner had been arrested and was facing serious prison time. And although I had spoke to Felix just a couple days before I flew out to California, once I landed, I was unable to reach him. Initially, I thought he was ghosting me, but then the mother of his child reached out to tell me that he was in jail. Hey, Tommy, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing okay. And he's sitting in jail. He has a few warrants in a few different states, but they're not expediting him anywhere.
And how long has it been since he's been home to see you?
So it's been about 2 months since I've seen him, and then 3 months since his kid's on. So.
And what's going through your head right now?
I know he doesn't have many people he can really lean on, so we're family at the end of the day. As for anything else, I hope he gets his shit together. My biggest concern, honestly, is my kid. At the end of the day, she is what matters in all of this. He was a really good father. He did try. COVID made things helpless for a lot of people. I don't know if he told you our whole rental burned down. So during COVID, we floated around to hotels. He was breeding dogs then, so we had about 8 dogs with us, and a whole litter of puppies in a hotel at one point.
Holy shit.
He was headed in the good direction. He was in college. When all this stuff started, and he discovered this other way of doing things that seemed easier, and then it worked once, and so I've never been able to control that man. So,
well,
I hope this whole situation scares him straight and reminds him that he was in jail at one point.
Feel free to call me anytime, and we'll see where this thing goes.
Yeah, I appreciate it. All
right, thank you.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah, bye-bye. I see him in a pretty similar way that I think that his girlfriend does, except I think I probably am more aware of the bad information, like the depression, the struggles, the addictive personality, just because he probably hides it more from her. What a shame, but I wonder how common this is in the criminal down spiral story. Anyways, that's that.
Yo.
How you doing, man?
In jail, man.
What's going through your head?
I'm depressed, bro. I'm gonna go to court in like the next 30 minutes, 40 minutes, I think. And then I'm gonna go, I gotta see a judge. I don't know what to say, but I don't, like, if they let me out, I don't have nobody here, so I might even need you to come get me or somebody to come get me, because I don't even have shoes on.
Were you doing a high-speed barefoot?
Yeah, no, my shoes flew off when I crashed. Just pray for me, bro. I'm trying to get home. I want to go see my daughter.
Hopefully things go well. I hope to hear from you very soon.
I hope so, man. I'll let you know. If anything, she'll call you and tell you and keep you updated. I should be out, though. I should.
It's hard to say about a guy like Felix that we've come to know for a while, but it is crazy how these guys play the predator and the victim at the same time. And how many people's cars are gone because of him. Like, it's always poor me. I could say I've developed a friendship with Felix. We've been calling each other for over a year now. And I might know more about his life than most family members that he has. Anyways, we'll see where this goes. After spending about 3 weeks in LA Central Jail, Felix called me when I was back in Milwaukee to let me know that he was going to be released in a couple hours. I scrambled to find a videographer that could catch this moment, so I called my guy DT that I had met while filming with the East Coast Crips. Here's the footage that DT captured.
Card, cash, 730. Thank you.
You thought you'd never see my beautiful face again, huh?
You might be confused to see Felix sucking on a balloon. The drug he's using, nitrous oxide, aka Whippets, is a substance that cuts off oxygen to the brain to induce a brief and fleeting sense of euphoria.
Yo, get this thing home, nigga. $185,000 in collateral.
Since he was deemed a massive flight risk, the bond company required Felix to provide collateral in order to be released. The mother of his child signed her home over to get him out of jail, meaning that if he fled California, his daughter's house could be foreclosed on.
I was fucking at a Spanish restaurant eating outside, and I had a balloon in my mouth like this. LAPD officer, a female officer, seen me. She said, "Yo," and I looked up and I said, "Oh shit, it's 12." And I just calmly put the balloon down, put my food down, and started driving off. They got behind me. They followed me for like 30 seconds. I hit the left, right. They went left, right with me. As soon as I got to the light and I went to go to the left, she turned the lights on, and so I immediately cut over and tried to go right, and it was on from there. And I took them on a sick one, and I went down the wrong way, and I hit somebody, and I crashed with the drink in the car. They want to give me 2 years on a program. They posted the bond. Minnesota detained me for some domestic violence warrant for breaking my bitch's windows, and I had to pay them $3,500 to hire a lawyer. The lawyer got the warrant recalled, and then they released me out here in California. I feel like a cat with 9 lives, and I just activated life number 7, so I got 2 more. I feel like this time I have certain goals and purposes in mind on things I want to do. I think this time is my time, and I'm not going to let myself get caught, even with this bullshit that I got going on.
What time will you think you'll be facing?
I think it's over with. I think either the feds will pick me up this time, or Cali's going to hold me until I get picked up by the other states, and they'll give me... basically, it's go for broke. There is no other option. It's go big or go home this time around.
What did you owe? What did you owe for your bond?
$20K. Just to enjoy this moment right here. Thankfully, my family looked out for me and showed me love, and they blessed me, and they gave me a second chance, and I'm really trying not to squander it, but I'm so hopeless. At the same time, I'm lost, like I don't know nothing but this car stuff, so I'm trying to respect their wishes and stay out of it, but this is all I know.
So what's here?
This is my tablet, my baby. I've thankfully had this for a long time, and somebody kept it safe for me, and now I came home to this, and this is what's gonna give me the opportunity to hopefully make things right.
So you got a lot going on. What is your next steps?
I guess at this point I have 2 main choices.
Do I surrender or do I try to run it and see how far I can make it? But I think inevitably my end is coming.
The next time we crossed paths with Felix, he was out operating in the Midwest. He was fresh from being on the run in California, and I was interested to hear what was going through his mind given that he was facing such intense financial and legal pressures. Yo, we're 2 minutes away. Are you guys already there?
I'm right down the street.
Tell me what the hell is going on with this thing.
We just got it off transport, off of a truck.
What does that even mean?
Like, basically this was destined to go somewhere, and we just, we rerouted it and we changed the destination location, and now it's ours. And, we did the trackers already, so it's safe. You know. Simple work.
What do you guys stand to make from this?
Probably like, 10, 15,000. Hopefully on the higher end.
And so what is this?
This is like all the dealership papers was on it. We had to rip them all off, and probably have to blur that, but
Felix, is it possible that all this started because of a house fire?
Potentially, yeah. Like why I started doing this, yeah, in a sense.
Can you explain more of that?
Yeah, like my house burnt out in the middle of COVID, and I, was living in hotels, so I started striking.
Do we need to get out of here?
We're good.
If feds come, you guys gotta get out of here?
Yeah, we're gonna take off. But we're gonna win. We're gonna go on the train tracks in this bitch.
We gotta get up out of here. We gonna take it right to the center.
Yeah. But we'll push that company barrier out the way.
Watch the Chevy Cruze, okay?
Yeah, no, don't worry. We'll dodge your car.
Just looking, keep an eye out.
Yeah, that guy's just weirded out by us. He's like, what the hell are these people? Apparently they don't see people parked back here too much. That was 12. Come on.
See you guys.
Right.
Have a good day. So, part of why this meetup was so quick, there was a lot of federal vehicles in this area for ICE raids, and Chicago just concentrated with those types of agents. I like that little snapshot we got of Felix because we got a lot of flavors of him right back to back. And there's a reason I'm drawn to him as a character. I mean, I try and connect with all of the people I interview, but him in particular has been a special guy to meet over the years and get to know. I'm trying to imagine the lifestyle where it's like at the slightest hint of danger, out of there. This has been a tough one to put together, but the persistence has paid off. Persistence tattooed here for a reason. I think that's a great word to keep ingrained in your mind, is just keep the persistence, because eventually it does pan out. I guess we'll catch Felix in the next go around. All right, folks, so we are in the suburbs of Illinois right now. Personally, I've realized that this is a documentary that I've had more emotional ties to because I've developed a relationship with him. I've talked to this guy for hours on the phone. I like him a lot, but I've also seen him in the last few months do a lot of things that I'm like, like, you're better than that, man. Like, I know you're better than that. But who am I to judge? Like, everyone has their own life to live, and my job is just to document it and understand it. So we're gonna meet him and see how life has been with him. Apparently, Hondas have become more targeted in the world of stolen cars, and I even heard Felix occasionally referring to his crew as the Honda Boys. His partner told us to meet them in a parking lot to see a live sale of a Honda go down, and Felix was not answering his phone, so I had to try and use my spidey sense to see if I could detect where he was. So we're meeting them in a local grocery store. Let's see if we can guess. I don't know if they're in one or two cars. That's the other thing. When they said keep your distance, we don't want to scare off the buyers. I don't know if they're meeting here for the...
You can follow the Honda Instagram station or just park over there in the cut center. Don't pull past the front pass. Pull past the second one. There's a part of on the second side of the gas. Yeah, we see you. Just don't let them see the cameras. Tell them like not to be so obvious.
Okay. I will say it is pretty nuts to just watch this going down. And the thing, Everyone here going to this grocery store, going to this gas station, they're getting their hot dogs, they're getting their chips. They have no idea that right here, plain day, there's a little car transaction going.
Rammer's coming up here.
No way, that's the guy. He doesn't look like a... I don't know, a guy wearing blue jeans and a shirt like that, you just don't picture to be
Yeah.
in a theft operation.
I mean, no, he might not even know he's buying a hot car, too. He might think it's legit.
Does this guy know he's buying a hot car?
Yeah. What the fuck is he looking for, man? Like, what you looking at? Trying to make sure it's stolen, nigga? Where the fuck car did he come from? Like, got it. He's smooth as a lace. Yeah, that's the Honda I thought he was in, like, when we first got here. It's been here, though. Yeah, I know. That's why I said, yeah, watch niggas. I said, this niggas will be here an hour early, bro. That's why I came through here and went through a lot like that.
Is this deal taking longer than normal?
Yeah, he should just gave him the money and left.
You think they're starting to what? He just got money, did he? Check.
He just shook his head. Yeah, everything good?
So right after that transaction, I guess there was some local police in the area, so we wanted to meet in a spot that was a little more secluded. Good to see you. Man.
Part two.
Part two. How you doing?
Good. Another day.
Not in LA anymore.
No, different scenery.
Okay, so we sent a guy to videotape you coming out of LA Central Jail.
Yeah.
That was when?
Like 2 months ago, maybe.
So what has transpired from then until now?
A lot of crazy stuff. Like a lot of like high speeds, a lot of crashes, a lot of just overall just crazy drama. I made it all the way back up north, so now I'm here.
Is it fair to say that you are officially on the run?
Oh yeah, for sure, 100. Like wanted in like 5 or 6 different states. Right now, actively, yeah. Like you can Google my name and find warrants right now. And more to come, probably.
Okay, and so what are the various things you're wanted for?
Like a lot of GTAs, a lot of fleeting and eludings, some stuff like, I shouldn't mention, and then like, just a lot of stuff that comes with cars.
Okay, what is the bond situation?
I bonded out and I ran. Well, I kind of like just, it was getting weird and I just didn't go to court. So now I'm on the road.
Okay, and how much are you responsible for right now?
Over 200,000, almost $250,000 to fix my situation. So.
And if you don't come up with that much money, what are the consequences?
I could cost my family a lot, but I don't think that's gonna come to that. Like, I figure if it gets bad and like I can't make the money, I'm gonna go surrender in a state that's like a little bit easier to go to jail.
Okay.
And go do my time over there.
But basically, there's a house as collateral.
Yeah.
What is that like hanging over your head?
It makes everything more real, like, there's real life consequences to it all. It's not just myself anymore.
And do you feel that the only way you can come up with that sum of money is the car business?
Yeah, like it just wouldn't make sense economically right now to try to start and do something else.
What are the most recent places you've had high speeds?
Michigan and mainly just Michigan right now, yeah.
And you went for, I think we talked on the phone before, you said you went for a 5-county run?
5-county run, yeah, pretty far. I have some cases because of that and stuff like that, so it's pretty hectic, but overall things have been good, man. Life's good and things are gonna get figured out like we always, you can't complain. So we're free, that's the most important part, being outside, enjoying the weather.
This is a friend of yours that we're
doing
probably a documentary.
It's the best driver in Chicago.
Yeah?
Yeah. I challenge anybody to try to challenge that title. Best driver there is.
Okay, so we just saw a Honda CR-V exchange.
Yeah, a simple transaction. A car that nobody would think would be sold, a bullshit car, but
Is it normal to do that in broad daylight?
Yeah.
In public areas?
Yep.
Why not meet someone more private?
It's just for both of our safeties. for the buyer's safety and our safety.
Neither of you want to get robbed.
So, or be put somewhere like we're in a situation where we're in a dead end street or anything like that. If he,
How do you know? Okay, because I saw that guy.
yeah.
I'm like, how do you guys know he's not a cop? He kind of looks like he could be.
I guess right now I'm almost 75% sure he's not a cop.
He came out of nowhere, so I was kind of threw off. And he told us he was 15 minutes away. So he was 15 minutes away, and we told him he was there 5 minutes ago. How would you do that?
Were you nervous?
A little bit, yeah. I was ready to run.
So what do you do to vet a guy like that to know he's not a cop?
I guess just time, you know, like you just talk to him more and more. Yeah, they would already been there.
And what was that transaction? How much you make off that?
No, it'd just be a simple transaction, under $2,000, you know.
Okay, so yeah.
Simples, but it's small, but those would be the ones that keep kind of like things maintained, you know.
Those aren't the big logs in the fire, but that's the little...
Those little stuff that, yeah. I mean, you seen today, did that guy seem like a criminal to you? Or like somebody...
You didn't give me criminal vibes.
Seemed like a normal, average person.
Normal guy, could have a blue-collar job, white-collar job. You just mentioned you'd be surprised who you could sell cars to.
Yeah.
Are there famous rappers you've taken their car?
Yeah, definitely.
Are you able to say?
No, probably not. Probably that's not too.
Because some of them are super gangster?
Yeah, like they'll really come looking for you for that type of shit. It's not just that, but it's like...
How do you deal with the pressure of this all? Because to me, if I was on the run from multiple states, law enforcement, I had the house my daughter was growing up in as collateral over my head, a large sum of money.
Yeah.
I
don't know. In the first month, I was scared. But then I kind of got over it. I was like, F it. Like, I'm either going to try, or if it doesn't work out and I can't do it, at least I had 5 months of vacation before I have to go turn myself in.
Do you have any regrets of not going clean with Dan when you had the chance?
No, sometimes I think about it, but then I think about all the memories I made. I met some wonderful people in this process, bro. Just this past year alone. Like, I had some moments that, you know, I can never tell anybody about, and to me, it was worth it.
How are you doing as far as the whippets? Because that's one thing I realized in the last year, like every time you would call me, oh, tell me.
Yeah, I did call you a lot off the whippet stuff. But no, it's like any party, bro. Like, you know, rappers have their perks, they have their drink, you know. I like my whippet sometimes.
Yeah, eventually you're gonna have to sit in prison.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And that's just something you're accepting?
Yeah, but I'm gonna have fun at least until then.
Why not flee the country forever?
Because I have family here. And it's also like, there's no place like America.
Okay, but how much prison time do you think you're looking at?
Probably like, on a good day, like 10 years. On a bad day, probably like closer to 20.
And that's state by, like adding all the states together, or that's just one state at a time?
That's like 1 or 2 states, and then you gotta think.
Jesus.
I'm hoping and praying that they'll let me file a document that will let me run my sentences concurrent, but that's not always guaranteed, you know? So if all my shit goes consecutive, it could go 30 years.
So in your time in LA, did you have a lawyer or did you have a public defender?
I didn't even make it that far. Like, I had a public defender, but they were shit. And like, I didn't even make it to my second hearing. The minute they told me they were gonna charge me with more stuff and that I potentially couldn't come back out after paying to come home, I just didn't go.
What was your official charge for?
Multiple GTAs.
I guess let me ask you this. From a mental health perspective, where would you say you're at right now?
Probably pretty like low, like it's pretty crazy, but I live with the mindset of like always trying to like succeed, like I'm not gonna give up.
I don't know if we talked about this the first time, but tell me more about your childhood. How are things for you as a kid?
Well, pretty crazy, pretty hectic, but you know, I wouldn't say that I had it bad, like bad than any other average kid. You know? I just grew up a very different way. I remember trying to steal from the store when I was like 6. And thinking about how can I get away with that, so I don't know. I think part of this car stuff is I'm in love with like not just the cars, but the community and the sense of like, I don't know, connection it gives with everybody. It's like a family almost.
Yeah. If you had to self-diagnose yourself, what would you?
I would say I'm definitely, you know, a little bipolar, you know, a little schizophrenic.
Sometimes. Schizophrenic?
For sure, like I like to act out, but I think mostly it's because of the drugs. Like, but you know, then again, it's like getting high is like part of like, I don't know, it's part of today's culture. It's everywhere. So
I have to say, this is the Felix I really like. Like, I feel like you're very present.
Yeah.
Because I know you're a very smart guy and you think about a lot of stuff. Just as a friend, I would say, I like when you're off the whippets.
Yeah, but it's not as fun. Life is boring, man. I like having fun.
Every friend I have that's done whippets, it's like, oh no.
I know it looks bad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, folks, I feel like the takeaways from this video are two things. One is inside the life and mind of someone who is really good at crime, really good at car theft,
Yeah.
and how interesting it is, like how much of an outlaw world it is. But also, I think coming to grips with the reality of certain choices can back you into a hole that is hard to get out of, and to be aware of that as you're making it, because sometimes, I'm sure you could say sometimes you feel like you're in too deep a little bit.
Yeah, actions have consequences, just always remember that with everything that you do. There's nothing wrong with taking risks and doing things that are risky, but just realize that if things go bad, it could go bad for you, and you're not gonna like it, and you're gonna be crying and upset.
And some decisions are irreversible because of the law.
Yeah.
This has been America's Most Wanted Car Thief, Part 2, signing off. A few months had passed by where it was hard to get in contact with Felix, but about a week before this video was going to be released, he called me and Miguel late at night. I was asleep, but Miguel spoke with him for about an hour, and we learned some very serious and concerning information about how his life was going.
As my dumbass was tripping off of Xanax, I'm sitting at a club in right? And some bottle girl walks up to me and says something, and I don't know, I guess her boyfriend felt some type of way. He points a beam at me, and my goofy ass, instead of letting it go, my ego gets the best of me. I instantly shoot 3 people in front of the club, bro.
What? I hope you know that there's still...
Don't say redemption at the end of the club.
There still is redemption. We still are rooting for you to
make it. Yeah, but it's one of those things, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I have a whole homicide investigation open in Chicago, bro. My life's so bad. Yeah.
Well, you can always still make things right, bro. I think you could still, like, you know, obviously...
But I really believed that when I went home the last time. But my baby mama, she couldn't control herself, bro. She couldn't stop. She was mad about my last... Like, I felt like my baby mama should be the #1 person to not give a fuck about my side hoes. So she got upset. And she tells her mom that I'm at the house. Her mom calls the police and lets them know I'm in the house. And the fucking police surround the house. And all I hear is, Mr. Such and Such, let me see your hands. You're under arrest. I said, huh? And I said, no, you got the wrong person. She said, no, it's you. She starts trying to push the door, and I pushed the front door closed, and my daughter starts helping me push it.
What? How old is your daughter now?
5. Thanks to her strength, I can close the door. She says, Daddy, run. I run up the stairs and bail out the 2nd room floor of the house, almost break my legs, landing on my Jeep that's in my backyard. I smashed through my fence, hit 3 cop cars, and crashed through, hit the main street, just took off. They start pursuing me. They pursue me for 5 counties, bro. They beat me, going 110 miles an hour, send me over 3 car lists of intersections. My Jeep, I'm in a Jeep Wrangler. It tumbles over itself into a creek. I black out, wake up, head upside down in the creek. I woke up crying, screaming to God, save me. And I hop out the car and start running, but all I hear is dogs behind me.
You're going through all these obstacles, but he's making sure you're still, like, free and here and able and not dead to still turn your life around.
It's sick. Tell him I'm ready to come home. I fought my battles. I'm over this shit. I'm ready to go back. I'm supposed to not only physically, but like emotionally, like myself. This has taken its toll on me.
Folks, hope you enjoyed this episode. You want to watch another? Here. You want to subscribe? Over here. See you next week.